Let us continue with our lesson over here, and in this lesson we are going to learn how we can navigate from one screen to the another over here. So for that, what we'll do is we need to create two screen over here. So let's go and create the new folder, and screen screens over here. And I guess I'll just go and zoom a little bit over here so you can see it clearly over here, and I guess that would be fine over here. And let's go and create a new screen over here that will be of the, let's say, home, right? And then the screen.d.file, and we'll also create the another file that will be of the detail underscore screen over here dot file. So we have the it should be of the scr, right? So scr in screen over here. Now we'll create the class over here, and that will be of the, this is detail scr screen, right? So this is detail state. We'll extend it from the stateless widget over here, and I'll just go and import the material package over here, and we should be good to go. And let's just go and add the constructor over here. So I'll just go and fix the constructor over here. We'll add the constructor of the detail screen over here, and from here we'll return a scaffold. We have already learned about the scaffold and also about the app bar over here. I'm just going to add the const over here, and from here we'll just go and return at the center. I guess I'll return the column over here, and in this column we'll have the children, right? So in the children we'll just add one text that will be of the detail screen, and also add one button. So let's just go and add the elevated button over here, and we'll also add some function over here, right? So let's just add the callback function over here, and child, we'll just go and add the text over here, and in the text I'll just go and say, let's just say go back over here, and that should be fine. And here we need to do something, so let's just go and keep as it is for now, right? So we need to add invalid const over here, so I guess I have to remove that. So later we'll go and see how we can add a click listener over here, but for now let's go and copy this one from here, and let's go back to the home screen and paste it over here, and let's rename this one to be of the home screen. And instead of going and typing it again, it will be much more faster to just go and replace it over here. And here this will be of the home, and from here we'll have the home screen text, and from here we'll go to the I'll just say go to the detail over here, and let's just make this one as a const so we can remove all of these warning over here, right? Lint warning. And I'll do the same thing over here. Let's just go and remove all of this particular lint warning from here, CUNST const. And now I can just go and rerun the app over here. So just go and restart this one over here, and now we should see the, okay, so I need to go and replace it from here. So I need to replace that the home screen over here. Just replace that one and just make this one as the const over here, and reload this one. Now we got the home screen, and now once you click on this button, we want to go to the detail screen over there. So let's go back to the home screen over here, and here we'll use the navigator API, so navigator.ofContext, and we are not going to use the name route, so we'll be using push over here, push push over here. So we don't have that, I guess, push over here, and just remove this one. And here what we need to do is we need to pass the material page route, and then the it takes a builder. So if you see this one, it requires a builder build context over here, or the builder. So we just have to pass in the context over here, and we need to return our screen that will be of the detail screen over here. So now if we go and rerun the application, we should go click on this one, and now we are on the detail screen, and nicely you can see we also got the back button over here. So I can just click on that one, and I can go to the previous screen over here. And similarly, there is another way of doing that, so I'll just copy these particular steps from here, and let's go and add it below over here. So I'll just try to rearrange this one over here, and let's also rearrange this one properly. And here what we are going to do is, let's just remove this one, and we will make use of the same navigator, Navigator Navigator API over here, dot the push over here. So I can just make use of a push, and it takes the context and then the route, right? So it's quite the same thing, but here you can see navigator dot off context. So we are using off over here. Let's just go and create this one first of all over here. Let's just go and add the material page route over here, right? So material page route, and it takes the builder. So builder is the we need to provide the context over here, right? And here we need to return our route. So we'll just go and use the arrow function of the dot and return our detail screen from here, and I'll just say go to the detail screen as well from here. And now if I go and reload this one, I should see that particular button over here again, and if I go click on that one, I go to the detail screen as well. So now what we want to do next is, once we click on this, instead of using this one, I want to use the go back button. So let's go over here, and here we'll just use the Navigator Navigator dot we can just go and pop this one over here and pass in the context over here, or you can also use the Navigator Navigator, right? Navigator dot, right? So I can have the pop, or I can just say navigator of, right? Sorry, navigator dot of context, and then I can use the pop. So it's quite a same thing over here. We are using the navigator dot pop directly and passing in the context that is required, and here we are using the navigator dot off and then the passing in the context and then the pop. So depending on your requirement, you can use any of these two functionality. It does the same job over here. So let's go back to our let's click on this one. Now we are back to our home screen. So you can go to detail and come back once you click on that particular button, or else you can also use this particular back button from the toolbar over here. And here we saw how we can use the navigator dot push as well as the navigator dot of context dot push. Both of them does the same job, but sometimes you may require the instance of the navigator to perform the certain tasks. So in that case, what you can do is, I can just say final nav, and I'll just go and say the navigator dot of context, and using this particular nav context or the navigator the instance, I can access the lot of the other stuff over here. So I can check whether I can pop, right? So I can whether I can go back, or I can check a lot of the condition over here, right? So you can see there are a lot of the other stuff that you can check using this particular nav instance. So this is quite useful once you are creating the actual application. But for now, you will just see that it does the same job for us. So I guess that's all for this particular lesson over here. So that should be good enough. And we'll meet up in the next lesson. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here. And the next step, what we'll do is we'll see how we can take or how we can pass some argument over here. And in the product or this particular data screen, how we can take some the params over here, or the parameters. So let's go over here, and I'll just create the final. I'll just say this is of the string, and I'll require something like the name over here, and I'll just say a final, and I'll require a type each of the int, and that will be of the age over here. And I have the two the class instance variable, which is of the name and the age over here. And what we need to do is, I need to go and set that I will require this that the name, and also require this that the age over here. So these are the required field for this particular detail page over here. And if you go down over here, what we'll do is, I'll just go and set the text over here, and in this particular text I can access the let's go and use the string interpolation over here. And what I will do over here is I need to access this particular name and then the age over here. So I'll just go and say that the name, right, so name in name will be of our name over here. And also I'll just go and say that the age will be of the $sign and then the age over here. So in this way we can access, since this is a stateless widget, we can directly access that. But if we were in the stateful, so what we had to do over here is we have to just go and say the wid widget dot, and then we should access that particular. So we can use the widget dot in the stateful. So if you are using a stateful, but later we will see once we are going to create the real application. But for now, just just remember that if you are in the stateful, you can't access that directly in your state class. You need to use the state widget dot and then the property name over here. So we have this particular two parameters that is required for this particular detail screen. And now let us go back to our home screen. And in this particular home screen, now I need to pass that particular two arguments over here. And one will be of the name, and then the another one will be of the age. So here we will do the same thing, right? So we need to pass the name and the age over here. And that should be good enough. So let's just go and restart the application for one more time, and we'll go back. And let's just go to the detail screen. Now we can see that we got the name and then the age that we are passing from this particular home screen to the detail screen. So similarly, we can add the one more screen that will be of the, let's say, tracking tracking scr screen dot the dot file over here. So spelling is not correct over here. scren screen over here. And let's just go and create the class over here, and that will be of the tracking scr screen over here. We will axten extends from the stateful over here. So stat stateful. So let us see the stateful and then the stateless over here. So I'll just go and make use of the material package over here, and just go and add the constructor, and we need to override the create state over here, right? So we need to override this one, and let's go and create our the class over here, and that will be of the we need to create the tracking that will be a tracking screen state. Let's just go and create that over here, and from here I'll just go and make use of the arrow function, and we'll just return our state class, and that should be fine. And all this can be auto-generated using the code generation tool, but it is good practice for a beginner to write it manually over here, so you can remember how to create how to create the stateful, how to create the stateless, and all of those stuff over here. So you can remember if you can do it manually. So I don't recommend of using the code generation tool over here, but once you are familiar already, then you can make use of the code generation and the generative AI, chat GPT, and all of those stuff over here. So let's just go and return a scaffold from here, and we'll just go and return the app bar from here. And then I'll just go and return some body over here, and in the body we'll just go and return this ULUMN column over here, so we can add the multiple children over here. And in the children we have just one text over here, and we'll just go and take some the prompts over here. Just go and say the final string over here, and that will be of the name itself. And now in this particular text, what we will do is we will access that particular variable. So what we will do is name, and name will be of the we need to grab the widget dot the name over here. So this is the string interpolation over here, and we want to access that particular widget, our parent widget that we have, which is a tracking state. And there we are going to get access to this particular widget dot the name over here. And what we need to do over here is we need to add this name field over here. This will be of the required the name. So this is required field once we construct this particular tracking screen over here. And then we'll also add one button over here that will be of the let's say elevated elevated button. I guess that should be fine. Let's just go and add the unpressed, and we'll just go back from here, navigator.pop. So we saw already how it works, so we can just go back to our previous screen, and we'll just say go back over here. Let's just try to arrange this one properly over here, and I guess we should be good to go. Now in the detail screen, we will add the one more button from here. Just copy this, and let's try to arrange this one properly over here, and we'll just paste that one below over here. And now what we'll do over here is we will just go and let's just arrange this one, and we'll just say go to our what we have is a trackng tracking page over here. And from here, what we have to use, I think you can remember, that will be of the navigator dot, and I can just go and push that one, right? So I can just go and push it over here, and then the route name. So one is of the context, and then the another one will be of the material page route over here. And let's just try to arrange this one properly over here. I guess I got some errors, so I need to fix this over here. So let's just go and arrange this one over here. So I need trackng tracking page over here, so I need to import that, and I guess that should be fine. And we have to close this one somewhere over here, and we are good to go. So now we got that over here. So we got the navigator.push, we need to pass in the context, and then the material page route over here, and it has the builder, and in this builder we need to pass it takes the context over here, and then from here we just have to get that particular return that particular screen, which is of the tracking screen, and it has the argument that we need to pass in, that will be of the name, and we are just passing in this particular John value from here as well. And I'll just go and restart this particular application. So from here you go to the detail, and in the detail we got that particular name and then the age, and from here we can go to the tracking page again, right? So in the tracking page we got that particular name. So this was just to show how you can use the stateful widget and how to access the class variable over here in your state class using the widget dot over here. So that's all for this lesson, and we will meet up in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here, and in the this particular lesson we'll see how we can use the pop until feature from the navigator. And from this particular, let's go to the tracking page, and let's say you are in this particular tracking page and you want to go back to the home page directly. So what is the best way and how we will be using the navigator.pop until over here? So let's go and see practically. So let's go to our tracking screen over here that we have, and we'll add the one more button over here. So let's copy this one and let's paste it below over here. And I guess I have some error over here, so let's just go and fix this one over here. This is the elevated button. Okay, so I guess I copied it wrongly over here. I need to copy this particular steps over here, and let's paste it over here. And I'll just say go to home from here. So we want to go back directly to the home, and we'll make use of the navigator over here dot, there is option to the pop until. So pop until, and we need to pass in the pop until requires the context, and it requires a predicate of the bool. So what it need to do is we need to find the particular route. We need to pass in the route over here. So we are going to pass in the model route dot with name over here. Currently we are not using any route or the named route over here, but later we'll see how we can make use of the named route. But what we'll do is we want to go to the root of this particular navigator stack over here. So the root will be always the slash over here, so we want to go back to the root of this particular navigator stack over here, or the navigation stack. So what will this will pass in the make use of the pop until. So this will pop all of the routes. So it we have to go to the home screen, and to go back to the home screen we actually need to go back to the detail screen, right? From here we need to go back to actually our detail screen, and from detail screen we need to go back to the home screen. So what we have to do is once we use the pop until, so previously we were just using the pop, so it will just pop the current route and go back to the previous stack, which was the detail screen. But here what we are doing is pop until, means that till where you want to pop, right? So all of the route that is in the middle will be pop out of the stack. So this particular detail screen will be also a pop out from the route stack as well over here. So we want to go back to the home screen over here, that is the root of our application. So let's just go and rerun our application, and we'll go to the detail and we'll go to the tracking page, and we have a button to just to go back, right? It goes to the detail, and if we go back over here to the home, we want to go back to the home screen over here. So that is how we can make use of the navigator.pop until, and I hope you got the point over here when to use it. So once you want to directly pop all of the route and go back to the your main screen, then you can always use the pop until over here. And there is also another way of doing this one. So what we'll do is we'll go and set the navigator navigator dot the pop until, right? So we'll just go and the pop until, and once we have this particular route, we can make use of this particular route over here, route that we got, right? Route dot the I can access to the each first. So I'll just go and check the each active, each current, each first. So this will return a true or false predicate over here. So that should also work as expected. So let's just go and reload it over here, and we'll go to the detail and to the tracking page, and now let's go back to the home screen, and we got that one. So route that is first will also check the correct predicate, so whether the route is at the bottommost route of the navigator, so it will take you to the first screen of your particular application. But in this way, if you have the named route, you can actually go to that particular exactly to that particular route, right? But here it will take you to the first page of that particular application. So in case if you had some more screen in the middle of this particular screen and you want to go to that particular screen, so you can make use of this one, or else you can also make use of this one over here. So, and depending on your use case, you can use any of those over here. So that's all, and we'll meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here, and in this lesson let us see how we can return a value from our previous route. So if you go to this particular screen, if you go to the detail over here, and once we come back from this particular screen, we want to return back some information over here. So let's go and see how we can do that one. So let's go back to our detail screen over here, and we have one button that is going back over here. So navigator dot pop over here, and if you take a look, you need to pass the context. Also you can pass in the as a type of t as a result over here. So what we'll do is the second argument that we are going to pass in over here will be something like a hello from here, which is of the type of the string over here. So now once we pop from here, we are passing the extra object over here, which is of the hello. Basically you can pass the object over here, but currently we are just passing a string over here. And what we'll do is we'll go back to our home screen over here, and in the home screen what we need to do is let's go and see where we are using that one. So let's make use of this particular second button over here, the go to detail over here, and let's go and await this one. So if you take a look here in the push, it returns a future of the type of the t over here, which is of the generic type. So what we'll do over here is I'll just go and say a final, and let's say I'll just wait for the result over here. So I got this particular result over here, and what I can do is I can make use of this particular result. Once I get back, I want to update some value in this particular home screen over here, and for that let's go on to the top over here, and I'll convert this particular let's convert this one to the stateful, because we want to update some state over here. That's why I want to make use of the stateful. I'll convert that one to the stateful, and I'll just go and say this is of the string. Let's make use of the strng string, and let's say this will be of the name for now, and I'll just set it as an empty string over here. And I'll also go and make use of the void and up update the name over here, create one function over here, and I'll just go and pass in the string type over here that will be of the value itself. And we are going to update this one over here, which will be set state over here, and I'm just going to set the name of the name equals to of the value. So this should update this state for us, right? So let's go back over here, and what I'll do is over here, once we call that one, and I'll just go and await this particular result. So what I will do is final value will be of equals to the I need to await over here, sorry, await await. This is asynchronous programming. You may not be aware of this one, but for now just make use of this one. And in order to use of the await, I have to convert this one as the async over here. So this is the asynchronous programming in the Flutter and the Dart over here. And you may not be familiar with this one, but let's try to understand a simple way over here. Since this one is a future, so it is returning as a future over here, right? Future something means that it is going to return some value in the future, right? You can remember it as something is going to happen in the future. So this is what it's going to say. So we are going to say that something is going to happen in the future, so that's why this is a future of the type of the dynamic. So I'm just going to see that I get a future, and I want to await for that one. So I'm just waiting for it to complete over here. So this is what I'm saying as a await. I want to await for this one. So let's just go and wait for this particular result to return some value. So I get that particular value, and I can just cast this one as a string over here. So this is a casting. So I just say I want to cast some value as a string over here. And once we get that particular value, what I want to do is I want to call the update name and pass in that particular value over here. And what we'll do is we want to show that over here. So let's go down, and I'll just copy, or let's just go and add some text over here. And that text will be of the our value will be of the name that we have over here, and that should be fine. So let's just go and reload our application. Let's go to the make sure to make use of this one, because that is what we are doing over here. Go from here, and I'll go back from here, and you can see we got that particular value over here. So in this way we can return some value from the second screen to the first screen over here using the future. And there is another way of doing this one using a function callback. So let's go to our let's go to the details screen over here, and in the top over here, what we will also require here, what we'll do is we need to take a final a function over here, and this will be of the it takes a string as the params, right? So I just set it as the update name over here, and let's just go and add in over here, and let's just go and add our that one. So this will be of the required the update name, which is of the function, right? Because if you go to our the home screen over here, and in the home screen, this is a function, so which takes the string as the parameter over here. So what we need to do over here is we need to take a function over here which takes the string as the argument over here. And once we have that, we need to require that particular value. And from here, what I will do is let's just comment out this particular code, and here we will return that one as the we'll return that particular this one as the name. So I'll just go and return something like the HELLO hello WORLD world back it again. So that's what we are going to send from here. So update name, and that's not the good name, but that should be fine for now. So let's just go back to our home screen, and if I go to this particular detail screen, I need to pass in the third argument that will be of the update name over here, right? And I need to pass our function which is of the update name, I guess, right? So what we have over here is the So update name, so I need to pass this one over here as well. So we have some error over here. Let's try to see invalid const. So now we can't pass the const over here, and that should be fine now. And I'll do the same thing for this particular callback over here. So let's just go and set that one over here, and I can't have the const over here now. So now we are passing that as the function to our constructor for our detail screen. And let's go to our this particular, so let's go to this, let's restart over here, and let's go back, and now go back from here, right? And we got some error, so we are not passing at a string, so that is what we are getting it as an error over here. So this the result now is a function, right? So that's why we are getting that particular error. It can't pass to the string over here. So what we will do over here, let's just go and restart this, and I'll just go and comment out this one for now. So let's just go and comment this one, right? So I want to comment this as well as comment this one for now, and let's just go and reload our application. Let's go to the detail from here and go back from here, and now we got that one, hello world, back again. So in this way, there are two ways basically that we can use to pass the data from the detail screen back to the home screen over here. So I guess that's all over here. So here we just pass in the function callback, right? So here we just pass in the we created one function, and in the detail screen we take the this one, the update value, as the function over here, right? So if we go back over here, let's go to the detail screen. Here we have the function. So I think that's all for this lesson, and in this lesson we learn how we can pass the value back from the previous screen over here, right? So here we pass the value back from the detail screen to the home screen. So that's all, and let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here. So the next step, let us see how we can open and close a dialog box over here. So let us see how we can open a dialog as well as how we can close the dialog over here. So let us continue over here, and I will go to my home screen over here, and let us go and add a new button over here. I'll just copy this particular button, and I'll just go and paste it below over here, and I'll just remove this particular unpressed over here, and here we'll just go and open a value. Open a dialog over here. So I'll just make use of the so dialog over here. I'll just make use of simple dialog over here, and we need to pass in the context and then the builder over here. So let's just go and rearrange this one properly over here, and in the builder we need to pass in the if you take a look over here, it takes the context over here. So we'll just go and pass in the context over here, and that will be of here. We need to return some the dialog over from here. So let's just go and return some widget over here. That will be of the alert alert dialog. So I'll just make use of the alert dialog over here, and here we'll just add the some title over here. So let's just add a simple title that will be of the const of the text over here, and let's just say alert alert or something from here, and then we'll add the content over here. And content, you can add some information, like let's just go and add the column from here, and in the column we have the children, and in the children we'll just go and add some text over here. So let's just go and set the const of the text over here, and I'll just say I am alert alert. Sorry, I need to add this one as a string. So I am alert alert dialog dialog over here. So a simple content over here, and then I also have the option to add the actions over here. So this is a list over here, and it takes the list of the widget over here. First I'll just go and set a text button over here, and I'll just add the Navigator.pop we learned previously. So once I click this particular button, which is of the OK, then I'm just going to pop that particular the dialog over here. So let's just go and make this one as the const for now, and just remove the const from here, so we can remove all of our lint error over here. And I have some error, so I need to close this one over here. So I guess the red mark is gone over here. So this should be of the open a dialog, right? So open open dialog dialog over here. So let's rerun our application and let's go over here. This is to open a dialog. So we got that particular dialog over here, and the dialog is too big over here. So what you can do is I'll just go and set the min access size over here. I guess we have learned that one previously, and min access size to be of the min access size, that the min over here. So let's just go and reload this one, and now we got that one, which is of the alert, and I'm a alert dialog. So once I click on this one, right, so I can close this one. If I go over here, if I click offside, it's still dismissing, but you can set some properties to not able to dismiss once we click on that one as well. So for that, what we'll do over here is go to this particular show dialog function callback, and here you can see that we have some option which is bare dismissible by default set to true. So what I'll do is bare dismissible over here, I'll just set it to be of the false over here. By default is true, so I'll just set it to false, so the user can't once click outside of this dialog, it's not going to dismiss over here. So we can only dismiss it by clicking on the OK button over here. So now we can see that it is working perfectly fine over here. And once we run this application on the Android device, you can see we click on this one and it's also working fine. We can click on here to dismiss that one. But if I click on this one and if I click the back button on the Android device over here, that should also dismiss that particular alert dialog. But in case if you don't want to be able to dismiss on the Android, once you click on the back button on the Android, what you can do is you need to wrap this particular alert dialog with the one more widget over here. So let's wrap this one with the widget over here, and we'll make use of the will pop scope over here, and just wrap this one over here. And this one is the will pop is required, so we'll just go and add the on will pop over here, and it takes the callback over here. So what we want to do in this particular let's just go and add the arrow function over here, and I'll just return a future value of false, and it is giving us the will scope that new is deprecated and shouldn't be used. To use a pop scope, use a pop scope. So instead of this one is currently deprecated, so what we will do is we'll replace with the pop scope over here, and it has the can pop, which is by default is to true. So what we'll do is replace this one, and let's just go and can pop. So we'll make use of the can pop over here and just make it as a false for now. So previously we used to make use of the will pop scope, that was the older version of Flutter, but the newer version of Flutter that has been deprecated, and we need to make use of the pop scope over here, and we'll just set to false over here. So this, if I restart this one on my Android device, if I click on this one and if I click on here, so it should not be able to dismiss, but it is able to dismiss. Okay, so I think I restarted on the wrong device over here. So let's just go and rerun over here, and now let's just try that one over here. If I click on this one, it should not be able to dismiss that particular alert dialog. So that's all for this lesson, and we were able to learn how we can show the dialog, dismiss the dialog, how we can prevent the dismiss of how we can prevent the dismiss of the dialog box on the Android device while pressing the back button, and all of those stuff over here. So let's meet up in the next lesson. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here, and in this lesson let us see how we can make use of the route class over here. So we will be trying to centralize our routes over here, and it will be more easy for us to maintain using the route over here. So if you go to this particular main.d.dot file, and if you go to the this particular material app over here, we have the option to provide the route over here, which is of on generate route. So it takes the function which is of the route setting over here.
So we'll just copy, let's just go and copy this one from here, and let's just go and override this, or add this particular on generate route over here. And what we'll do over here is we'll go and create the new folder over here, and let's call this one as the route, so we can separate it over here. And let's create the file over here as the app route, or let's just call it as a main underscore the route dot the dart file over here. And once we have that, what we need to do is here we will manage all of our routes. So first of all, we'll manage the const string, and sorry, string string, and let's have this one as the main route, or you can just call this one as the root route over here, which will be of the slash over here. So this will be our root route over here. And let us also add some more route. Let's just go and add, this will be of the, let's say a login login route. So here we'll just go and say this will be of the login login, and this will be of, let's say home route, right? So let's say this is of the home home over here, and this will be of the det detail route. So this will be of the det detail, and we have one more route that will be of the, I guess that will be of the track tracking route, that will be of the track tracking over here. So we have the value, or we set a const of the string for each of the route name. So it will be more easy to just make use of this const variable instead of typing all of this each time. So it will be much more easy for us to maintain over here. And once we have this, we also need to create the function over here. So let's go down over here, and previously we copied this one over here. So we will just go and set this will be of the, let's just give a name. So we need to give a name over here, say gene right, rat, generate the route over here. And let's import this route setting will be a ing settings over here, and we need to import this one from the Flutter material package over here. And once we have this particular function, so now we have this particular function over here, and let us add the switch statement over here. So we'll just add some switch statement, and we will switch based on this particular setting dot the name. And this particular setting has the lot of the other arguments, so you can make use of the arguments if you are passing as an argument, if you have the but for now we'll be checking the route name, so what name we are passing over here. So if the route name that we are passing each of the login route, so we'll go to the login screen. If we are passing the route as the home route, then we'll go to the home screen, and if you are passing the detail route, we'll go to the detail screen. And we also need to add the tracking, and we also have the initial route, right? So let's go and import this one. First of all, I need to import the login login screen over here, and then we have the home screen over here, and then the detail screen over here, as well as we have the track tracking screen over here, right? I guess that is of the track tracking screen over here, so we need to add that one. So here we have the name is the parameter, so we need to pass in the parameter over here. So for now, let's just remove this one for now, and later we will see how we can add the argument and then the parameter. But for now, let's just make use of these two over here, and also I need to make use of the root. So I guess for the root we need to have the some screen. Currently I guess we don't have the so let's just make this one as the root for our main screen. So let's just create one more screen over here. For that, I guess we'll make this one as the, let's just remove this one, and let's just remove this one from here, the login route. And if the route is of the root route, then we'll go to the login screen first of all. So the root route, let's just make it as the our login screen, and then the home route will be for our home screen over here. And we can also set the some like the default over here, so if no route is found over here. So for that, let's go down over here, and we'll just go, and I'll just copy this one from here. So let's just copy this one from here, and let's paste it below over here. So I don't require this particular route setting over here, just remove that. Let's just go and create the from here we will return from here material page route. As you can see, previously we have already make use of a material page route, and then we have to pass the builder. We are not using of the context for now, so I'll just put as over here, and here we can just return some error screen or some default screen. So for that, I'll just go and let's just go and create some screen over here, and I'll just go and add the let's just go and say this is of the error, or we'll just say the, or let's just create it on the screen itself. So let's just say no route scr screen dot file over here, and let's just go and create the class no route scr screen over here, and let's extend it from the stateless we get over here, and we'll import our import our material package over here. And let's just go and override the build method over here, and from here we are going to return our scaffold, right? And then we'll just go and add the app bar over here. So let's just go and add the simple app bar, and here we'll just go and say no route, and in the body we are just going to return no route. Let's just go and return some text, no route found found. Please check your route over here, and I guess we'll also add the column over here. So let's just wrap this with the column over here, and I'll just remove this particular widget over here, which is of the center, and here I'll just go and add the one more button that will be of the let's say ele. Let's just go and add the ele elevated button over here. And I'll just, once I click on this one, I want to navigate somewhere. So let's just remove this one for here, and I'll just say go back, or go home from here. All right, so I'll just go and say this one. Let's just make this one as a const for now, and I will set everything to off the center for now. So main axis alignment, let's go and set the main axis alignment, and then the main axis alignment of the center for now, and that should be good enough for us. And now we can make use of this particular route over here, no route screen over here, and here we'll return the no route screen from here. So that is what we are going to return from here, and from by default we'll just go and just, okay, so here, so let's say no, or we will just go and say the default default route, or no route, or some function callback. So I'll just go and say I'll want to return this particular, let's just make this one as a private, so I can just make it of underscore and then the default route over here. And if you want to have a different screen for the error, and you can also use that particular error screen and other stuff over here as well. Now what we can do is we'll go back to our main file over here, and here we'll just go and call our function that we have defined over here. This will be of the generate route over here. So if you take this one, it has the on generate route, so we'll just go and call this one to be of the generate route over here. So that should be fine, and I can remove the home screen from here. And if I go and if I just remove this one from here, and if I go and reload this particular application, now you will see that we are on the login screen over here. So that is what is coming from here. We have the login screen as the root of our route, which is of the login screen. And from here, once we log in, we want to navigate back to our home screen. So for that, let's go back to our login screen over here, And now let us use one of the different way to navigate to that particular screen from here. And for that, what we'll do is navigator navigator that we have, and then the push to the name route. So we'll make use of the name route now, and we can pass in the name route text, the context, and then the string or the name route, right? So route name. So route name will be what we have provided over here. That will be of the home route. So let's go and add in the home route over here, so we don't have to type all those stuff over there. So I'll just call the home route from here, and we should be good to go. So now we are making use of the name route. So this is a name route. So push a name route, right? If you see a documentation, push a name route into the navigator that mostly tightly enclosed with the given context over here. So I'll just copy this particular and paste it over here. So now we are making use of the name route over here. And if I go and reload this one, and we should go to the login screen, and if I click on this one, I can go back to the home screen. So it's working, right? So here we make use of the push name, and then we pass in the context, and then the home route that we have defined over here, and it was able to navigate back to our home screen over here. And I think that's all for this particular lesson, and in the next lesson we'll see how we can pass the argument over here, because we need to make use of the detail screen and then the tracking screen, where we need to pass the parameters over there. It has some parameter that we need to pass in. So we'll see how we can make use of the argument over there, and I'll give you as a homework as well, so make sure to go and check out how you can use that one as well. So that's all for this lesson, and let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue over here, and the next step, let us see how we can pass the argument over here. So what we have to do over here is we need to pass that particular argument to the detail screen as well as to our tracking screen over here. So let's go to our the main route over here, and here we need to have the two more route that will be of the detail and then the tracking, right? So let's copy that, and let's just go and paste it over here. So route name will be of the detail route over here, and also the tracking route. So if this is the case, then we need to navigate to the detail screen over here, as well as we need to navigate to the TRAC tracking screen over here, right? And here we need to pass in the argument over here. So how we are going to get that particular argument over here? So this particular as we saw previously, this particular settings has that particular argument over here. So what we'll do over here is let's go over here, and we'll try to get that final, and then the argument, and the argument, right? So argument, we'll try to get it from the setting dot the argument, and we'll just map it as the whether you want to pass in as the map, or whether you just want to pass in as a string over here. So depending on your requirement. So for now, I'll just map it as a string, because I think we'll just pass a string over here for now, and later we'll see how we can pass the map over here. So we got the argument over here. So now you can see that this is if of the string that we are getting over here, right? And now I can pass that one over here. So let's just go and pass. This one requires the let's go and see what is the parameter that we need to pass in. Okay, so we need to pass in the name, age, and then the this particular function over here. So we need to pass in the 3. So in that case, I guess we'll make use of the map over here, because we need to pass more than the one argument over here. And here we will also try to check that condition. So I'll just say if the argument that we have, right, arg argument that we have dot contains, so I guess it contains the key. So we will check for the specific key, and here if we are passing that, let's go and see what we are passing over here. So we need to pass in the name. So right, so let's go and see if that contain a key which is of the name, so which means that there is a value over here. So we'll just go and return that from here, right? And otherwise in the else part we are going to else part we are going to return our the default route, so which will go over here because we can't find that the arguments over here. So we'll just go and return our that particular default route over here. And I guess that should be the one, and here we are going to pass in our value over here. So let's just go and pass in the name as the argument, right? So we have, this is the map value, so I'll just go and pass in the key over here. That will be of the name over here, and this argument invalid const. So I guess somewhere is that, okay, so I need to remove this particular const from here, and then this will be of the as well as the argument, and we need to pass in the age. And then finally we have the updated name, so we also need to pass in that particular function callback over here, which is of the updated name over here. Similarly, we will do the same thing for our tracking screen. So final, and I need to get the final, and I'll just say this is of the argument, and I'll just get this one as a string because we just require one value to pass in over here. So I just have to remove this particular const from here, and I guess I have to pass in the name over here. That will be of the argument, and I need to pass in the okay, I guess that's this is a string already, so we'll just go and pass in that particular value over here. And I guess that should be the one over here. So we also need to we also need to check this particular condition, I guess, if that particular value exists over here or not. So if not, then we are going to return this particular default route or the error route that you can provide. So you can also create the error route over here, and you can return it from here in case this particular argument is missing over here. I guess for that, I think I'll just remove this one for now, and I'll just go and check the condition over here. So if the argument is of the null, then we'll just go and return this particular and else if, right? So else if over here. We'll also go and check for the another condition. If the arg is of the string, then we are going to return this particular our route over here, right? And that should be fine. So if the argument is null, then we are going to return this. Else if the argument is of the string, then we are going to return else in the else part, else part. You want to return the default route over here. So in case here you want to return some error route or something, so in this way you can just go and play around with this one. So that should be good enough, and I guess you got the point what we are trying to do over here. We just want to make sure that this argument exists over here. So argument, if it is of null, then we are going to return this particular route, right? And if it has the argument type is of string, then we are going to return the tracking screen from here. So that should be the good enough for us. And let's go back to our let's go to our home screen, and from the home screen what we need to do is once we click on this particular, okay, so I guess we'll make use of this one. So this is the first button over here. So I'll just remove this particular, or I'll just comment out this code from here, so you can make use of the, or you can refer it on the later stage. And here we'll just make use of our navig navigator dot the we'll push that particular name, right? So we need to pass in the name route that will be of the detail detail route, right? So we need to pass in that one, and then the argument that we need to pass in. So here we need to pass in the map, right? So final, I'll just make use of the final, and I'll just say this is of the argument over here, or the arg args, and that will be of the I need to create the map, which will be of, this is of the string and then the object. But if you go back to our main route over here, what we require is a string and then the dynamic. So I'll just set this one over here, just copy this content, and let's go back over here. And this will be of the what we require is we need to require the type each of the, okay, so I'll just go and set this one as a type that we need to pass in, because here we need to pass in the type each of the map over here, which is of the string and then the dynamic. And for that, what we'll do is let's just go and make this one as the map over here. So let's say map map over here, and the type will be of our string and then the dynamic, which is of the arg. And here we are going to pass in the arguments, right? So this is our argument, so I'll just call this one as the argument itself and pass it over here, and that should be good enough. So let's just go and rearrange this one properly over here. So I need to pass in the context, route name, and then the arguments over here, and that should be good. So here we also need to pass in the function that we have, so which will be of the this particular update name, and we also need to pass that, which is of the function callback that we need to provide. So let's just go and add it over here, and I guess that should be fine. So let's just go to our this particular screen, which is of the details screen, and from here we need to navigate to that particular tracking screen over here. So I'll just comment out this one as well over from here. Okay, so I need to comment out this whole thing from here, and what we need to do is, I guess right now you should know, so navigator to navigator that we have dot, I need to push the name, and the name will be of the tracking route that we have, and we also need to pass in the argument over here. So the argument, we just have to pass a string of value over here. So I'll just go and say Richard day 1 for now. So here we don't have to pass the map, right? So we saw how we can pass in the map previously, and here we are just passing a simple string over here. So I guess that should be the one that we are currently looking into. So let's just try to restart our application. Let's go to the login screen and make sure to make use the first one, because that is what we are passing. So let's go over here, we got that one as well, and from here we need to go to the tracking page, and we got that particular Richard one, which means that our route over here is working perfectly fine, and we are able to get all of the arguments that we can pass over here. As well as we'll try to see what will happen if we don't pass that particular the argument over here. So let's just remove this particular argument from here, and if I just go and reload this one, and let's go to the login. From login we'll go to the detail, and let's go to the tracking from here, and now you see that we got no route found. Please check your route. And once we click on this one, we want to navigate back to our the main route, right? So we want to go back to the home screen, or you just want to push that one or the pop. So for that, let's just go to our route over here. So let's go to the where is that one? So no route, right? So here once we click on that one, I'll just navigator dot, I'll just pop that particular from here. I guess that should be fine. We just want to pop out that one. If I go and rerun this one, so log in from here, go to detail, go to tracking, and now we are go back to home. So we just pop that one, or you want to go back to the home, you can just make use of the NAVI navigator, right? So NAVI navigator that we have dot, and you can go to the push to the name route, or you can use the remove until. So all of those configuration you can make use. For now, let's just keep it as a simple one, and that's all for this lesson. So in this lesson we learn how we can make use of the how we can pass the arguments and the parameters over here in the route itself using the name route. So that's all for this lesson, and we will meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue over here, and the next step what we'll do is we want to log in from here, and you can see there is this particular back button over here, and if I go over here you'll see there is a back button as well. So what we want to do is once we log in from the app, if the login is successful, we want to replace this particular root route with this particular home route, and we don't want to have this particular back button. So once you click the back from here, you are not pop back to the login route. So that is the use case once you are building authentication, right? So once the user logins, he goes to the home screen, and the home screen is the root of your root of your application, right? So in this way we can create we can manage the navigation stack over here. So once we have successfully logged in, we want to make the home screen as the root screen over here. So for that what we can do is I'll just go and comment out over here, and let's just go and make use Navigator navigator over here, and I will make use of the push over here, push the name and remove until over here. So it takes the three the parameter over here. One is the context, route name, and then the route predicate over here that returns the true or false over here. And what we'll do over here is in the name route we want to go to the home route, right? So this is the home route, and here in the predicate you can always return a false, which basically means that you want to replace all of the route including the root route and make the current passed in route as the home route as the root route. So if you pass in false over here, this basically means that you want to remove all of the route including the root route over there, and replace that particular root route with this particular home route over here. So I hope you got the point over here. So let's try to restart in our iPhone as well as the Android device over here. And now if I go to the login, so now you can see that we have successfully removed that particular the back button from our app bar as well over here. And in the Android device we can't go back from here as well. So now if I click on the back button from here, you don't go back to the login screen, but you go back to the home screen over here. That's cool, right? So what we have done over here is we have successfully replaced our the root route, which is the login route, with our home route over here. And the this particular route also has access to our settings that we have defined over here, right? So it also has the access to the route setting that we have defined over here. So what you can do over here is you can also say the route over here dot the settings. So I can get the settings, and then I'll settings dot the name, and I will check if it is of equals to the not the login, I guess it's of the root route. So I can also check if it is of true or false, right? So I can also remove this particular root route. And if I go to here, and let's try to restart in both of our device over here, and if I go to login, so now you can see it's still removed, and if I click back from here, I'm still gone back from that particular screen to the home of your the application screen, and here it does the same job for us. So that's cool. So depending on your requirement, if you want to access this particular setting, you can always use the route setting and get some params or do some conditional checking over here. But since we don't require this one, so I'll just keep it as the reference for you if you want to later take a look. And from here we'll just return default as the false, which basically means that you want to remove all of the route stack including the root route and replace that with our home route. So that's all for this lesson, and now we will meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here, and the next step what we will do over here is if you go to this particular app, we want to add a drawer over here. So once we click on we'll add a hamburger menu over here. So once we click on that, we want to open up this particular drawer, and we'll have a navigation in our drawer over here. So for that we will go to our home page, that is our current the main page after we log into our app. So let's go to our scaffold, and in the scaffold you will have an option to add a drawer. So you can see we have an option to add a drawer over here. So on top of this particular body, we'll go and add the drawer over here, and it takes a widget. So if you can see, it takes a widget over here, and there each a drawer widget over here for us, which comes from the Flutter itself, right? So it's creates a material design drawer over here. So we'll make use of this particular drawer over here, and in this particular drawer we can add, so let's go and see what it takes over here. So it takes the child over here. So if you go down, you'll see we need to pass the widget as the child over here. Child basically means that you need to add one child widget over here, and here we'll add a list view over here. So let's add the list view over here, and in this particular list view it takes children over here, right? So list view always take a children, and let's go and add some children over here. So we can add a multiple widget in this particular list view. So let's go and add our first, which will be of the drawer header over here. So we will add some drawer header over here, and let me just go and arrange it properly over. Sorry, it should be of not here, so it should be of here. So let's just go and add the child over here, and child, maybe we can add some let's go and add the text over here, and let's go and add some data. So this will be of the app header, or you can just give your app name. So let's say the demo app over here, and you can add some style to this particular text over here. So let's go and add some sty style over here, and style maybe a text style that we can define over here. And in this particular text style, we'll just go and set the maybe a font. So let's just go and add the font. Let's go and set the font width. So font width of the 700 over here, and maybe we'll also change the font size over here, and the font size, let's just go and give the 24 over here. And now let's just go and try to reload our application, and let's see how it's looking over here. So now you can see we got this particular the menu over here, and once we click on that one, you will see that we got the drawer with the header of the demo app over here. And in this particular drawer header, you have an option to add the decoration, you have option to add the child, so a lot of the other configuration, but we will not go into this particular configuration. You can go and play around with this one, but let me just add a one simple, I think we can add a simple decoration. And in the decoration, I'll just go and add the box decoration for this particular box decoration. And in the box decoration, you have the option to add a different style. So decoration image, or decoration image, so you can add an image, border, and a lot of the other stuff over here. So let's just go and reload this one, and you can see that I got this particular the primary color that I have set up over here. And primary color dot, you can just go, and I guess I can add, okay, I think I can't add the primary color over here, so let's just go and set the color I guess we'll add the colors, that the blue accent, and maybe the blue accent of something like the 100 over here, and let's try to go and take a look. So now you can go and add the different color over here. So depending on your requirement, you can just go and add a different color over here, and that should be fine. Okay, so it's look cool. So let's go and add some more information over here in the down below over here, and let's go to, after the drawer header, we'll add the list style. So let's just go and add the list style over here, and in the list style we can add the our title, right? So not the child, the title. And in the title, we'll just go and add some text over here, and the text will be of the, let's say this is of the home, and here we have the on tab over here, and in on tab text the function callback. And here I will just go and copy some more over here, and let's copy this one and paste it below over here. And this will be of, we want to go to the detail, right? And then we also want to go to our, that will be of the tracking, right? So let's go to the tracking tracking over here. If you go and reload this one, you should see that it is over here. So now we have home, detail, and as well as the tracking over here. And you can also add the icon onto front, so that will be of the, let's go and add the leading. So leading will be of the icon, and that will be of the ICONS icons dot the home, HOME home, I guess we have over here. So let's just go and add that one. I'll just copy this one and paste it below over here as well over here. So I'll just go and see if we have something like a DETAL details over here, and then we will have something like the track, or let's just go and see TRACKI tracking track change or something. So let's just go and add that one, and let's take a look over here, and we'll see that we got now icon as well over here. So you can go and play around. So what we want to do is we are looking to click on this one, and we want to navigate to that particular screen over here. So let's go and add the home over here, and that will be NAVIGA navigator, right? And I guess you know by the now it should be of the push name. So we want to go to the push name, that will be of the home route itself, right? And then let's just copy this one from here, and I'm going to paste it below over here and as well as over here. So here we'll go to the tracking route, and here we want to go to the detail route over here. So let's just go and reload our application, and from now if I go to the details, so we got some error, so we need to pass that information over here. So let's just go and see how we are passing that particular information. So we need to pass in the map over here, and for that let's go and run this one over here, and we got some error, so this can't be passed to this one, and I'll just go and remove this, and we'll fix this one. So if the argument is of the null, then we are going to return our default route, right? So here, from here, we are going to return our default route, or else then we are going to map our, so let's just go and map this one somewhere like the I need to map this one. So argument, right? So argument as our this particular map over here. So we'll do this particular mapping over here, and now let's go and rerun our application. We should fix that particular error. Okay, so now we are able to go to this particular route over here. That's cool. So we fixed that particular error. So now what we'll do over here is we need to pass this the name, age, and then the updated. So let's go and see how we can pass that one over here. Let's go to the login, and I guess in the login we have, so we are going to the home route over here, and let's go and see. So okay, so we need to go to the home, right? And from here we are navigating that. So let's go and see. So we need to pass this particular information. So let's go and see. Okay, where is that? So I need to pass this argument from here, and I'll just copy this content from here. Since this is so you can see that it has we are using that in two times away. One is in the drawer and also in here. So I think it's better to separate it as a function over here. So I'll just go and say a void and a private function, that will be to go to the detail over here. I'll create a simple function over here. So let's just go and rearrange this one over here, so we can reuse this particular function, right? So this is a simple function, right? Or the method, if you are from the OOP, then we'll call this one as the function method over here. So we'll just go, and this should be of the in the lowercase, so go to detail. So let's just go and call this particular function, right? Just copy this one, and we can reuse that one. So if I go over here, I have used it over here. So I'll just go and let's just comment out if you want to later have a look. So I'll just go and paste this one over here. And also here in the detail route, I'll just go and paste that one as well over here. And let's just go to our drawer over here. And in the drawer, so we have this over here. So let's just go and have it over here. And I'll just replace this one over here. So that should be fine. And we should be good to go over here. So let's just go and reload this one. And now okay, so where is okay, so now we have to log in, and then we can go to the tracking over here, and from here we can go to the detail as well. So that's cool, right? So now we can add the navigation to our drawer, and you can just go and format this particular drawer and make it pretty cool over here. So try to go and play around with this particular drawer over here, and in the next lesson we'll see how we can add the button navigation over here. So till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here, and in this particular lesson let us go and see how we can add the button navigation over here. So for that, what we'll do over here is I'll just go and minimize this particular drawer section over here, and in this particular body what we need to do is let's just go and minimize this one as well. After this particular body we have the option, or if you go to the scaffold itself, we have the drawer, and we also have the option for our, let's go and see the button navigation somewhere over here. So bottom navigation bar, it is a widget, right? So let's go and add that one after this particular body over here. So let me just go and try to arrange this one over here, and the bottom navigation bar, and it takes a widget over here, right? So what we can do is we can pass the bottom navigation bar over here, and it takes the item over here. So item is the list of the items or the widget that we need to pass in, and that will be of the list of the bottom navigation item. So we need to pass this particular over here. So I'll just grab this and just try to cast it over here as the bottom navigation item over here. And let's go and add the bottom navigation item over here, and we'll just add the icon over here, and the icon will be of the icons icons, the icon, and then the icon icons dot the home over here. So let's say icons dot the home for now, and we'll also add the it should be of the item. Okay, so we have the, let's go and see what we, okay, so here I need to close this one, not here, I need to close it over here, and I can have the label over here. So in the label we need to pass in the string. So let's just call this one as the home, and let's just comment out over here, and let's just copy this one, and let's have the 4 over here, 3, and then the 4, and this one will be of the, let's say a PROD, let's say a PROD city product or something. So if we can find something like a product, so it's not there, so let's just go and add the list over here. So we'll just go and list, this one should be of the PROD city product over here, and next let's just go and add the, let's say this one will be of the SHO shop over here, and this will be of the, let's say SHOP shop over here, and let's just go finally add the settng setting over here. Sorry, it should be of a setting over here, settng setting over here, settings, and this will be of settng as settings over here, or let's just make it as a setting over here. So now we have the 1 2 3 4 the bar item, or the bottom navigation bar item. So what we need to do is we need to create that. So I already have added the screen for the product screen, and also have added the setting screen to a screen, and we need to add one more that is of the shop screen. So I'll just copy this one over here and just paste it over here, and let's make this one, or let's rename this one to be of the SHOP shop setting over here, and let's just remove this, and then we are good to go. So let's just go and rename this one to SHOP shop setting over here, sub screen over here, and let's rename this one as well, and this will be of the SHOP shop over here, and we'll just say SHOP shop screen over here. and that should be fine. So now we have this particular 3 screen, and we also need a home screen. So currently this is of the home screen, so we also need to extract that one over here, and that will be of the, let's go and make a new file over here, or I'll just copy this particular SOP screen as well. So let's just copy this and paste it over here, and we'll rename this one to be of the main over here. So let's just go and say this one should be of the main screen over here, right? So this is of the main screen dot the dot file over here. And once we have this particular main screen, let's just go and set this one as the main screen screen over here, or you can give any name, but I'm just trying to show you how we can create the bottom navigation over here. So this will be of the main over here, and let's say main screen, and then we'll go back to our let's go back to our home screen. Where is that particular home screen? Is here. And in this particular home screen, what I will do is I'll just go and extract this particular body from here. So let's just extract this particular column from here. I'll just go and extract this particular column from here, and let's go to our main screen over here. In the main screen, I'll just go and add that one over here. So let's just go and paste that one over here, and we don't have this particular name, so I'll just go and remove the text over here, and I'll just import the this particular screen over here, and we don't have this particular function callback over here currently. So I'll also just go and comment out this one for now, because we are not interested on all of those. Let's try to also, okay, so we have this particular go to detail function. I think I can copy this one from here, so I'll just go and cut this section from here, and let's go and paste it over here, and I guess that should be fine. So we don't have this particular okay, so we don't have this, so I guess we will just comment out it for now. So let's not go and fix all of this. If you want, you can just go and try to fix this, but for now we are not interested on this. Let's go back to our home screen, and in the body, what we need to do now is we need to pass our widget over here, right? So for that widget, what we need to do is we need to add our widget over here. First of all, I'll just go and create one variable which is of the int, and that will be of the, let's say select, the selected index, which will be of the default value of the 0. And here we also need an option to update this particular selected index, so that will be of the let's say void, and let's say set the selected index, or let's say the selected item, set the selected item over here. And I'll just go and make this one as the uppercase. So we have the selected item, and we'll pass in the index of the our list of the widget that we have defined over here, and then we'll just go and update this one over here. And now we need to add the list of our screen that we want to show over here, right? So that will be of the, let's go and add our, this will be of the list of the widget, right? So we need to have the list of the widget, and let's say this will be of the underscore, and that will be of the tabs tabs over here. So we'll just go and add some tabs over here, and let's go and add all of our screen over here. So let's just close this one first of all, and here I'll just go and add the let's add our const of the home screen, or not the home screen, it will be of the main screen, right? So we'll just go and select the main screen, and then we will have the const of the not the detail, it should be of the product screen that we have, and we also have the const of the SOP screen, right? And the fourth one will be of our const of the what was that was the, I think, settings screen. So we have this particular 4 screen that we'll add to our tabs. And now once we have this particular tabs, what we will go to our body over here, and in the body we'll go and add our tabs over here. And in the tabs, this is a list I can pass in the index over here. So this is the array or the list, and I can pass in the index over here. So that will select the first or whatever index we pass in. By default it's of the 0, so it should always select this one, right, the main screen. And if we change this one to the 1, it should be of the product screen. So let's go to our bottom navigation bar over here, and it has the option to the current index, right? So we'll set the current index over here, that will be of the underscore, the selected index that we have. And also once we tap on that one, so on tab we need to call. So once we call the on tab, I want to update the set the selected item over here. So once we on tap of each of the item, so we want to call this particular function and update it. So let's try to reload our application, and we have some error. So let's go and see where is that particular error, and I need to fix that one. So let's go and see where is that particular error. I can't see. Okay, I guess it's on the drawer over here, and in the drawer we have that. So what we will do over here is I'll copy that particular function that we previously copied over here. So I guess I removed that, so I'll just copy it from here. I need that over here. Sorry for that, I forgot about it, and I need to uncomment this one over here because we require that. And now we can just go and reload this particular application, and let's go to the login screen, and we can't see that over here. So now we have the main, this is particularly the main screen, right? But we can't see that particular let's go and see. We can't see that particular button. Okay, so it's here, but actually we can't see that one. We can see that it is here, but we actually cannot see. You can see that, right? So what we need to do is we need to change the color of this particular item over here. So let's go back to our screen over here. Let's go to the where is that, in the home screen, right? So here we need to change that one over here, and what I will do is let's go and change this particular on. I guess there is a on, not the on, it should be of the selected item color over here. So let's just go and set the color should be of colors colors dot the I'm just going to make use of the, let's say, amber, and maybe I'll just go and give something like 200 over here. Let's try to see if we can see over. So okay, we can see it over here, and but the unselected item color is not matching over here. Let us try to change some configuration, so maybe it will work better over here. And I'll just go and say there is, I think, some selected labels over here, and I'll just go and set it. I guess this is of the boolean, so I'll just go and make this one as the true, and let's try to reload this one over here, and I guess that it should be the one. And also let's go and let's go to this particular item, and I guess we have the active color, background color, and also I guess here is a background color, so maybe we can make use of the background color over here. So let's just go and add the background color for this particular let's just go and add the background color. Let's just go and set the background color, so colors dot the something like a blue gray. So that is the one, and we also have the two app bar because each of our screen over here has the app bar. So if I go to the main screen and we have that app bar, so actually we should not add the app bar over here because we already have that app bar over there. If I go to the then the product screen, so I should also remove this app bar from here as well. All right, so let's just go and remove this app bar from here, and in the setting as well we need to remove that, and in the sub screen as well we need to remove that as well. So let's just go and reload this one over here, and now we only have, or we don't have that particular, but now it's still this particular button navigation is not working correctly as expected over here. And let us add one more property that will be of the unselected item color over here, and that will be of the, let's say, colors dot the, I'll just make use of the black somewhere like a 45 over here, and let's try to go and reload over here, and now you can see that we got that particular icon over here, color with the icon as well over here. And I guess you can just go and play around with this particular configuration, but we just want to see how we can add this particular configuration over here as well. So I'll just go and change this one to be of the GR in green over here, and that should be green of the 200. So once it is selected, I'm getting a different color over here. I guess it's looking much more better over here. So you can see it is a shifted, right? So you can also add in the type over here. So type type over here, and it takes the type each of the bottom navigation bar type over here. You can just go and set this one. .d, you have the fixed and then the shifting. By default it is of the shifting, so you can just set it to fixed over here, and now you get that particular color as well. So this is the fixed one, so it's not shifting, right? And you can just set it as the shift, right? So shift over here, shifting, and if you reload that one, you can see that it is of the shifting one. So it has the nice animation once you have the shifting over here. And once you are not selected, you can't see that particular this particular icon over here, right? So what you can do is the high, I guess we have the show unselected labels as well to be of the true over here, so you can see that particular label if even if it is not selected. And you can set this to be of the false, and let's try to FALS false over here, and let's try to reload this one. And now once it is selected, you can't see that particular the icon. So you can just go and play around, but the main thing was how we can add the bottom navigation, and we can navigate from one screen to another screen over here. So this particular go to detail, open dialog, it should work. So we have removed this go to detail code, but you can add it back. You can also see how we can open the dialog as well over here. So that's cool, right? So we have added our bottom navigation as well as our drawer over here, and almost the navigation is completed over here. And the next thing that we may look into is the how to add the tab bar over here. So that's all for this lesson, and we will continue with our lesson in the next one. Till then, have a great day.
Let us continue with our lesson over here, and the next step we will add our tab bar over here. So once we log in over here, we have the bottom navigation already. So let's just go to our home page over here, and what we'll do is we'll try to add a tab bar up over here as well. So we have already learned the how we can add the top tab bar previously, but also let us try to include it in our navigation over here. So for that, we'll go to our let's go to the screen over here, and I'll just create a new folder, and I'll just call this one as a top underscore the tab over here. And in the top tab, we need to add some screen that you want to add. So let me just create a two screen over here, and that will be of the one will be of the chat and the chat tab over here dot the dot file. And let's just go and create the simple class over here, and that will be of the chat tab over here, and we'll extend it from the stateless because currently we don't require any of the state over here. And we will go and import our material package over here. And once we import, what we need to do is we need to override the build method. Since this is a stateless widget, we don't need to create a state over here. And from here we are going to return our let's go and return, maybe we'll return a scaffold, but we don't want to return the let us not return the app bar because we already have the app bar over there. And here this will be of the chat screen, and that should be fine, and that should be fine, I guess. Let's just copy this one from here, and I'll just go and create the new file over here, and that will be of the let's say a group group, right? So we need a group underscore the tab dot the dot file, and let's go and paste this one over here, and this will be of the group group tab over here. Let's just copy this and paste it over here. This will be of the group group screen or group tab, or you can add some information over here. That should be fine. So now we have the two tabs that we require over here, and let us close all of this from here, and let's open up our, I guess we have the main, right? So this is the main screen. This is the main screen that we have over here, and we need to add our tab over here. So first of all, what we'll do is, since this is a stateless, we require some state over here because we need to navigate from one screen to the another, so we need to preserve some state over here. That's why I'm going to convert this one to the stateful. So if I click over here, I have the option to, okay, so it should have an option to convert this to the okay, so I can convert it to the stateful, the widget over here, and let me convert it. That's cool. So once I can after I convert this one to the stateful, we should be good to go. And in the top here, I need to add my let's say a let variable of the tab controller. We saw previously that we have to use a tab controller over here, right? And this will be of the underscore the tab or the controller, or let's just make it as a tab controller, tab contro controller, which I guess it's much more preferred name over here. And we also need a mixin over here, and currently we don't know about the mixin, and but don't worry about it, we will learn slowly about it. So we can just now, if we want to use a mixin, we have to make use of a with keyword over here, and I have to add a single ticker provider mixin over here, so it will provide some functionality to us, right? And here what we will do is, once we have this tab controller, and I have to have the init state over here. So in this particular init state, I need to go and add my tab controller or initialize my tab controller. So I need to say our tab controller, which will be of equals to the tab controller. Facing length, currently we have just a 2 screen, so I just have to mention it as a 2, and vsync each of the this that will be provided by the single ticker provider state mixin over here. And once we have this, we are good to go. And we also need to make sure that we dispose it properly, so I have to add the dispose functionality over there whenever I make use of the controller. Any controller that we are using, we need to dispose it. So dispose should be called before this particular super dispose. So I'll just go and then the tab controller dot the dispose over here. So dispose, you need to always call before the dispose, super dot dispose over here. And once we have that, we are good to go over here. And let's go down over here. Let me close it over here. And this particular screen, I guess we have to remove all of this information over here. And what I will do is I'll just go and comment, or let's just go and remove all of those information, because we can't make use of this one from here, right? I'll just cut this section from here. Let's just go and I need to cut till this. Okay, so I guess I cut I remove all of this information. So I need to remove it, but I guess I'll remove the column. So let's go and remove the column from here, and it should be till here. So this is the column, and I will put that one to the let's go to the product screen, I guess. So we can just add that one over here, because this is also empty. So I'll just add that one over here for now, so you can have the reference and you can make use of it. So we'll just go over here in the body over here, and in the let's just go and add the, okay, so we need to add app bar over here. So app bar, I need to add the app bar now, and because in the app bar we have the button, right? So let's go and add the app bar over here, and I need to go and add the button over here. So in the button, I guess we will add our I guess this one requires the preferred size. So let's just try to add and see how it looks like first, and later we will try to modify it. And here in the bottom, I'll add the tab bar over here, right? So in the tab bar, and this tab bar requires the tab, as well as we need to provide our controller. So make sure you don't forget to provide the controller over here. That will be of the underscore the tab controller over here, and this particular tabs requires the list of the widgets, so I need to provide this, right? And here you can we will add this I guess I need to add the tab, and this tab requires the label, sorry, it requires the text. I guess text will be of the string, so I guess I'll just make this one as the chat, and then a simple, we'll try to add a simple one, and also it also has the icon, right? So chat and then the icon, and icon will be of the icons icons dot icons, and then the icon, and then the icons, right? Icons dot the, let's say chat, chat, chat over here. Okay, so there is no chat, chat, chat. Is there a chat? Okay, so we got some chat icon over here. I'll just copy this from here and paste it below over here, and we have this particular chat. This will be of the group group, and let's go and say group group over here as well. So we got that particular icon over here, and now what we need to do is we need to add the body for this particular right. So let's go to the body, and here tab bar view. So we need to add a tab bar view over here, and it has a children, and children is, as you can see the name, children mean that you need to add a list over here. So with this particular list, you can also create a list on the top and just add it over here, and if you want, but let's just go and add it over here as well. Or if you want, you can just go and make a list of the widget over here. I guess that will be better. Maybe it will be better for us to manage it later on. So I'll just go and say list of our we require a list of the widget over here, and I'll just go and say b tabs over here, and this particular task we are going to add the list, and list will be of our chat tab that we have, and also we have the group tab over here. So we just have a 2 for now, and let's just go and add. So I guess we need to close it over here, and now you can just make use of this length instead of hard coding tabs dot the length over here, because we already have assigned that over tabs over here. And also now we can just go and remove this one from here and just add our tabs over here as well. So that should be good enough. And remember to add a controller, because we are not making use with default controller. And so I'll just go and say this is a controller, and controller will be of our tab controller that we have over here, and that should be fine. Let's just try to reload our application, and let's go to the login, and now we have our tabs over here, but this doesn't look good because we have the spacing over here. And so let's go to our app bar over here. So this is a button. I'll just go make it as a title, and let's try to reload it. Now you can see that it has moved to the top one. I guess this is much more better, because we currently don't want to add the title over here, because we already have a title and the app bar over here. So we just want to make sure that it doesn't provide any spacing. So that should be good enough for now. So we have a completely working all of our navigation. So we have the bottom navigation, we have the drawer navigation, as well as the top tab navigation over here. So I guess that's all in the section of this particular Navigator 1.1 section, and hopefully we will continue with this in the next lesson, where we will learn about the either a Go router, or maybe we'll continue with the states or state management over here. So till then, have a great day.